My name is John Kioli. I'm the chair of Kenya Climate Change Working Group and also the Executive Director, Green Africa Foundation. And you're watching Zingi Environmental series.
Hello everyone, my name is Bernard Muhia. Welcome to the Zingi Environmental series. Now this particular show is called the Zingi Women, where we highlight the stories of female conservationists who are doing a fantastic job in conservation. Now today I'm here with Sumaiya Harunany, founder of the Blue Earth Organization, and we are here at Mukupe Conservancy. You can see the ocean behind me, the Mukupe Bay. We agreed on Bay. Right beneath the Mukupe Bridge, which is being constructed in Mombasa County. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Pardon.
So Sumaiya,
Yes.
before we get started, this is for you.
Okay. Oh, thank you so much. You have a radiant smile. It lights up the world. Never stop smiling. Thank you.
Karibu. So the reason why I've given you that is because we are doing a campaign. Say cheese.
Cheese.
So Sumaiya, I'm curious to know, how did you find yourself in conservation?
Well, it's quite interesting actually. I've always been visiting the beaches and also seeing the pollution around and even across the streets, around the city of Mombasa. Yeah. So I was wondering, what could I do? How can I bring a change? Like, what can I do to bring a change, basically?
Okay.
So yeah, I just talked to a couple of friends of mine, and we started with a beach cleanup just as volunteering, just got together and let's try to hold a beach cleanup. And before that, I talked to the KWS, and they were ready to support us.
Okay.
So yeah, the first beach cleanup we did was at Nyali Beach.
Nyali.
Yeah, and the amount of plastic we collected, the amount of trash we collected, it was devastating to see that, okay, so that's what our beaches, our marine life is going through, they're really suffering because it's very bad. And eventually we know that it's a cycle.
Yes.
What gets into the ocean eventually comes back to us.
True.
So in the end, it's along with the marine, along with the ocean, we are also at risk, So yeah, to carry out more, we did another cleanup and another, and for us to bring an impact and to keep us motivated and moving, we decided to form an organization with the aims and objectives and goals that we would like to achieve.
So what excites you about the environment?
Well, everything. I mean, I love nature. I've always loved nature. What I feel, nature has given us everything. I mean, from the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the life that we live. Everything is nature, and right now it's really suffering. So it's high time to give it back. We've taken it for granted. We've taken it for granted, and surely it doesn't deserve that. Nature and our Earth, it's the only planet that has life. So yeah, we have to give it back.
So what kinds of ecosystems are in your areas of conservation?
Okay, we started off with mostly we focus on the marine ecosystems, and now that our main focus is on mangrove restoration. Of course, it's also connected to marine. Now, mangroves are very important, and they play a very vital role in the fight against climate crisis, in creating job opportunities. They help us to achieve approximately 8 UN Sustainable Development Goals out of the 17. So yeah, and I think it's not very much known to people out there, the importance of mangroves. Yeah, so the mangrove ecosystem is really, really important, and that's where our work is focusing on right now.
So Sumaiya, what challenges face these ecosystems?
Well, mangroves really are under a threat all over, in fact. First of all, it's because of the quality of wood they give out. Yeah, they give one of the best qualities of wood, and also for infrastructure development. Perfect example is where we are seated, or right where we are seated right now. The construction of this bridge caused very many mangroves to disappear from here. Yeah, when we got to know of this, it's when we decided to adopt the site over here, and where we can restore those mangroves that were destroyed. Yeah, and another threat is a lot of them are cleared to create a place for aqua agriculture.
Okay. What role or benefits do the ecosystems have?
First of all, they are known as carbon sinks. It's because of the huge amounts of carbons they absorb and store as well. So they are very vital tool to help mitigate the climate crisis. In fact, they are one of the best nature-based solutions to fight climate change. Second, they protect the coastal communities from floods, storms, and all that. Then they are breeding hotspots for very many marine species like fish, crabs.
So when you're doing the conservation, what challenges do you come across?
So one of the main challenges right now we face is the funding. The funding for our project. There are times where we will get support, but there are times where we really have to struggle, and also our work is looked down upon at times, like just going and just go in the mud and plant trees, and what do you get from that, and those negative remarks as well.
You mentioned also the aspect of being a women-led organization. What challenges do you face in that sector, in that regard?
Okay, being a women-led organization, it's hard to get support because of the mentality of very many people. They're still living in, others maybe would still be living in women cannot be doing this kind of works and all that. So yeah, but if you go to see now across the globe, there are very many, in fact, in climate activism, and there's so many movements around, and most of them are led by women, and I feel I think they should be given that chance to come in front now.
Funding for conservation is usually a very complex mechanism.
Yeah.
What do you think can be done to make it easier for organizations like yours?
I think awareness should be created on the importance of what we are doing. What we are doing is actually creating an impact in people's lives, into the environment.
Now, when you mention mangroves, something else comes up: the blue economy. What's that, and how beneficial is that?
Well, the blue economy, I think it's all about how we can use the ocean resources to bring income to the country and use it sustainably, in fact, because everything can be done. There's fishing, there's transport, there's a lot, but everything should be done sustainably, not overdoing it, anything. So yeah, mangroves are part of the blue economy, and in fact the carbon they absorb is called the blue carbon because they fall under the blue economy. Yeah.
Now, what three, either it can be a project, or it can be an accomplishment, or it can be an award, that or a combination of all those, that you're most proud of in conservation?
First of all, I'm very much proud of my organization and the work we are doing. It has created an impact in the community's lives over here, and we have planted over like 20,000 mangrove seedlings. So that is like 1 to 2 hectares, and that is absorbing like lots of carbons from the environment. And I can say that yes, we are planting and growing, because every time we visit the site to plant new ones, we must visit to check on our previous ones, and they're actually doing very well. Yeah, they have been well taken care of, so I'm very much proud of that. And then yeah, I've been able to attend some conferences like the Stockholm Plus 50. I went to Tunis for a climate justice camp, and I attended the COP27 in Egypt, where I also showcased my work and talked about how climate change is affecting our country, and brought our points forward. So yeah, I'm proud of these achievements as well.
What does the next 5 years look like for in conservation?
Well, to keep below 1.5, like I said, emissions had to be halved by 2030. If they don't, which I don't see them being halved, in fact, they keep on adding new oil projects. I don't see us by 2050 also, keeping below 1.5, because if this is what 1.2 looks like, I cannot imagine what 1.5 looks like. And across that, it's going to be a disaster for the whole planet, for us. And what I feel like, we work so hard here, and every time we work, and because it's actually doing the groundwork, and it is difficult for us to do that, because like I said, the challenges we face, the funding, and we are doing it at a small scale. We cannot do it at a large scale because of the challenges we face, the place where we live. And this is just like a small part of the world where we are doing.
So you mentioned how demotivating it is.
Yes.
What do you do to keep up the spirits?
We have to be positive, of course, because the journey and the task that we are doing, and it's not easy. It's not easy. Of course, what we're doing has a lot of challenges, especially facing the leaders. That is the biggest challenge also that we face. Because as we know, worldwide, the leaders are, they focus more on the profits and greed and all that. What keeps us motivated is we think about why we got into this field, and we cannot give up, because we are not doing it for us only, we are doing it for the people, we are doing it for the planet. So yeah, that keeps us motivated actually.
So we've been speaking to Sumaiya Harunany, founder of the Blue Earth organization here at Kupe Conservancy in Mombasa County. My name is Bernard Muhia, and thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.